If you've heard of Sydney's fine dining scene, you've heard about Quay, and I'd like to report that it does live up to the hype. We popped ourselves in front of Sydney's most iconic views, grabbed a non-alcoholic beverage, and this is the 5-course tasting menu. We started with an indulgent 10 grams of caviar with buckwheat blini and a burst of cheesiness in the creme fraiche, which was a great flavour combo to whet the appetite. A marin, yuzu cream and marigold tart followed. This was maybe the weakest of the lot, mostly because we ate a whole fresh flower that didn't add a huge amount of flavour, and partly because yuzu cream makes me think of dessert more than savoury. The first course was a mud crab dumpling with brown butter emulsion and golden tapioca, which had a slightly bouncy texture like a fishball that broke into soft pieces of crab. The chewy, well-cooked tapioca was a great textural balance to the rich sauce, and as an opener, this felt very mellow and hearty. One of my highlights followed, which was Quay's bread course. They served up a beautifully fragrant toasted crumpet with a slight hint of honey on the top. I've been lucky enough to have fresh black truffles at a number of fancy restaurants, and I've always found them to be underwhelming. Well, clearly, everyone should just do a compound black truffle butter and wrap it up, because oh boy, this is what really made me see the light. Green lip abalone followed in a warm, aged vinegar, seaweed and milk custard broth. It sounds wild on paper, but tasted like a blend of risotto and congee, fusing western and eastern notes with a beautiful crunch of yam. Everything worked so harmoniously, and I think this flavour combination was more unique and memorable compared to the crab dumpling. As for hitting it out of the park, the next pork dish definitely did that. The softest smoked comfy pig jowl covered in the tenderest parts of Brussels sprout leaves and other beautifully deep-fried or grilled brassicas, along with a crunch of pumpkin seeds. This was nutty, herby and Moorish, with a lovely tang to cut through the richness, and definitely the dish of the night. Our final savoury dish was an artistically presented Australian Wagyu, with maitake mushrooms in a truffle sauce. Quay's attention to detail was such that each piece was already delicately cut for us. It's hard to say anything bad about the flavour combination as a baseline, but if I had to nitpick, the beef was actually quite fatty at MB11, so this portion size was almost a little much for me. The white coral feijoa dessert had shades of the iconic Quay snow egg in its use of dry ice and the clean white minimalist presentation. The aerated white chocolate coral shattered on contact, revealing a creamy blend of vanilla and caramel notes, along with the feijoa's subtle fruity flavour. I wasn't entirely sure what I was eating the whole time, but it was at once a mellow and refreshing way to end our meal. We found a similar caramel-like honey note in our petite fours at the end, and a rich dark chocolate cake as a birthday treat. From food to atmosphere, it's nice to know you're getting a really great experience for the price at Quay, and it's right up there with my top faves in Sydney.